Hi guys, welcome back to the Hugh Jeffries video, and in this video I'm going to be repairing up this boxed iPhone 5s that I bought for under $25. I purchased this from eBay for around $24 all up, and that included postage. It even comes with its original box, although the bottom is being teared out, so obviously the original owner didn't realize how to open the box itself. Inside is an iCloud locked iPhone 5 16GB the previous owner apparently purchased from a garage sale. That won't be much use other than for parts, but as for the 5S that was in that box, it is the 5S that matches the box itself, and it's completely shattered on the front, but the back is in absolutely perfect condition, although it does have a lot of dirt and residue from tape which was over the screen. Now, like I said, I will be putting a new display on this, which I picked up, and it is a refurbished Apple display, meaning that it was previously cracked, it's been sent away and had the glass replaced on it. The good thing about these screens is you're getting a good quality LCD. The only downside is that the glass has been replaced and tends not to be as high quality as the original, although it's really about the LCD and digitizer that matters the most. If you're not dropping your phone, then it's not really an issue anyway, as a lot of aftermarket screens don't have very strong glass anyway. And they're relatively easy to find on places like eBay. You've just got to shop around and make sure that you find a reputable seller. Now, I won't be replacing the battery in this iPhone 5S, as the battery itself in here currently has 212 charge cycles as of Coconut Battery is reporting, and is at a very high percentage health in the 90s. Now, it is an original battery, and this phone was actually manufactured in 2016 and was the last revision of the iPhone 5S, which shipped with iOS 10. This phone's currently running iOS 11.4 and won't be updated any further, as I don't update any of the phones that I own. With the display removed, we can start removing some of the components off of it, which we'll need to transfer over to the new LCD assembly. Now, you want to be very careful of the home button and home button cable on the iPhone 5S and SE, because damaging that will result in you never being able to regain Touch ID. You can replace the button on the 5S and still have home button functionality, but you'll never be able to regain the fingerprint reading function, as it's paired to the iPhone itself, and Apple, of course, is in control of that. They can repair it, but will charge you a full screen replacement cost, because that maximizes profits for them and also can force people into upgrading their iPhones because of the repair costs from Apple being too expensive. And that's exactly why I make these videos and why I fix up these phones. Not only does it save them from landfill, but it also allows me to teach you guys how to repair your own devices, not only to save them from landfill, but so you don't have to pay anybody else to repair it, therefore saving you a lot of money in the long run, and can even avoid you from spending upwards of $2,000 for a new iPhone. But in saying that, if you aren't willing to repair your own iPhone, there's plenty of third-party places out there that will fix up your iPhones. You just need to make sure that you get a reputable shop or company to repair your phone, and you don't want to cheap out entirely, as some places use very cheap and low-quality parts. With the new display prepped and ready to go, I can reconnect it to the iPhone 5S and connect up the battery. I can then test out the display, make sure the LCD is functioning and all the touch is working and everything is good to go. Once I've confirmed all the functions are working, I can reinstall the brackets for the LCD and battery. You want to make sure to put the screws in the right holes because they are different lengths, and putting the screw into the wrong hole can cause something called long screw damage, which will result in massive issues with your phone, and it may not even boot up. So be very cautious of where you put in the screws. Pressing the screen down, I heard a crunch, and we cracked the glass underneath the home button. So a week later or so, I ordered another display, which I'll have to replace this one, which I just installed. Now, luckily, the seller I brought this off is happy to replace this display, but for the meantime, I just bought another one so I could get this video out to you guys. I will return this display that is cracked, and we'll hopefully get another one, which I will be putting onto an iPhone SE. It's a shame that the glass cracked while installing it, and it's definitely something that shouldn't happen when you install it, because it's not like I dropped it or anything. All I did was press the screen into the frame, so if it's cracking, that's not a good sign, so I'm very happy that they're going to replace my display. But it's basically the same process as last time, so I won't show it all on camera. But with the second display on the phone, we can now finally reconnect that Touch ID cable and close up the device. This time it didn't crack and I could reinstall the 2 pentalobe screws into the bottom of the iPhone, and it was time to give this phone a bit of a cleanup to remove all of the adhesive that was left behind from the tape that was over the display. I just used some cleaning alcohol for this and it worked great and brought up the back and sides like brand new. And we're done. And this is it. For a total cost of $54.80, we have a mint condition iPhone 5S running iOS 11.4. It's amazing how good the back and sides of this phone came up after a little bit of cleaning, and with a new display installed, this thing looks brand new, and I'm actually shocked at how good this came out. Everything throughout the device is fully functional, including the Touch ID, which is great for a cheap iPhone like this one. For those wondering about the iPhone 5 that also came along with this iPhone, it is iCloud locked and is missing some screws, and the screen is not original, so it's probably been parted out in the past. It's no use other than 4 parts because it is locked and I can't activate it. And on that note, this has been a Hugh Jeffreys video. If you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button and consider checking out the iPhone restoration playlist for more videos just like this one. Also, make sure to follow me on my social media. Link for that will be down in the description. That's all for this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.